Morning guys, it's Janine back again. It's Wednesday today, so come along with me. I'm going to talk this morning about heightened awareness and fear. So just do my little moustache. You know what started me making me be obsessed about this? I'm not obsessed now, but I still do it because I've got a hairy face. Someone once said to me that I had a better moustache than a man. How rude was that, eh? Long time ago. And then someone made a comment about my nose hair. Long time ago. Doesn't bother me now. A bit like me gammy eye. But I still do it because it is quite dark. So I could wax it, but I don't. So this morning is the morning of my pre-op. So my appointments are 9:30. I've got a taxi booked for 8:30. I like to be on time. I can't bear the thought of being late. And I always think, well, it's better for eventualities, isn't it? If something should happen, I've got time to get there. So, because it is pretty important, isn't it? And even if it wasn't, I don't like being late. So I was thinking last night when I was talking about walking Cece and the fact that I was being more firm with her. And I was asking myself, I was talking to Kay about it as well, but I was asking myself, why am I so nervous about, having to give her a little tug on the lead and telling her no, and I do know that I do have heightened awareness and it's something I work on, and I know that's from past trauma. Obviously, as I said to you, I'm always working on myself, but in life, if we've had trauma, either in the childhood or older, when we're older, we develop heightened awareness because we're constantly on guard, aren't we? In that fight or flight mode. So I did learn about that in my therapy, but I did know that I had heightened awareness. And it's the same, probably some of you or a lot of you can identify, maybe if a loud truck goes past, that you'll jump out your skin, or if there's a bang, you'll jump out your skin. And I know that's heightened awareness. So, but then I was thinking, excuse me, guys, got a right frog in my throat today. What else is it? And it's fear, that basically someone's going to judge me or shout at me and say, what are you doing with that dog? And I'll be, oh, do you know what I'm saying? Because again, in time's gone by, I've been shouted at and put down and, stuff like that. So that's what it is. I'm out with her and I think, oh God, what if someone sees me pulling her? Do you know what I mean? And they shout over. And as I've said, I'd never hurt her. She's my baby, I adore her. But she does need to be trained. So, but yeah, that's what it is, the fear that someone's going to shout. And that again comes from past experiences. So if you can relate to that, you know where I'm coming from. So I'm going to carry on with it. I'm going to carry on training her because I know in the long run that she will have a much better walk, and so will I, and we'll enjoy it, because sometimes, because she's pulling so much and she won't stop staring and looking round, and don't get me wrong, I let her sniff and stare and look round, I know that's part of the dog's walking, is to sniff the senses, and that gives them the stimulation that they need. So I'm not saying that's going to stop, because it's not, but I am going to be more firm with her, and I'm going to say, not let her take the reins. I'm going to take the reins. So it was a bit of a breakthrough for me last night, and I don't know whether I said, like, when I went out on the landing, because I live in a block of flats, I was singing, and normally I'm so conscious, oh God, what if that happens? What if this happens? And, I think I'm allowed to sing, and I'm allowed to say, Cece, no, to her, and give her a little tug on her lead. I'm allowed to do all them things. And so I suppose what I was wanting to say, that it's something I'm working on, so actively working on, not to be fearful, because I'm not doing anything wrong. And the time's gone by when maybe people shouted at me or put me down and made me fearful just for being me. I need to move away from that now and go, no, that's not going to happen anymore. All them things gone by, that was on them, it wasn't on me. You know, I'm the person I've always been. You know, I'm a bit scatty, I'm a bit ditzy. I've got my faults, don't get me wrong, but, you know, it's like, I liken it back to the time someone said to me, you know, I said, I feared people don't like me, and this person said, has anyone said they don't like you? And they haven't. In life, I've been made to feel that I wasn't liked or I wasn't good enough. And I am. Do you know what I mean? And the people around me now, no, none of them have said that they don't like me. And those that have made me feel like that, they're not in my life anymore. Let me tell you that for nothing. So, yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about today. Just that fear. If you've got that fear in you and you're conscious and you've got the heightened awareness, and you know, if someone shouts at you or something like that, or says something horrible to you or puts you down, and you know, it shakes you up, just ask yourself, you know, am I a nice person? Do I go about my life trying to be nice to people and kind to people? You know, and I'm not saying that, you know, at times we don't get a bit impatient. And I'm saying fundamentally, ask yourself, are you a nice person? Have you got good friends? You know, do they like you? And then one or two people in times gone by, or three or four, who you've been kind to and they've treated you like crap or they've put you down, don't listen to them anymore. And they're probably not in your life, are they? And if you've got people like that in your life, then maybe you need to think about having a little cult like I did. You know, nowadays I am, you know, I'll give people a couple of chances, but they normally say 3 strikes and you're out, don't they? But after that, I go, no, no more. You're not going to speak to me like that. You're not going to put me down like that. And you're certainly not going to put your issues on me and tell me it's my fault. You know, because that's what people do when you're nice. They put it back onto you. They think you're a soft ite rhymes with shoe. Do you know what I mean? So no, don't take it. Don't take anything from a person. If someone's starting to put you down or pick holes in you or tell you, you know, that you're no good or you're an attention seeker and all like that, they're not good for you, and you don't want them in your life. You want good, wholesome people in your life. And if you've got that fear, you know, like I said with Cease, where I go, or someone might say something, you know, think about what you would do if someone said to you, you know, why are you pulling? They wouldn't. It's just the fear within you from your heightened awareness. Do you know what I mean? No one's going to say anything, but just think about that. If someone did say something, you know, you don't have to react. You just have to go, okay. Do you know what I mean? And if someone was to start shouting at you and saying horrible things to you, just go, okay, and walk away. Or don't even say anything, just walk away. But don't put yourself around people like that. And don't put yourself around people that, you know, if your voice gets a bit higher and they go, why are you shouting at me? No, you're just showing your emotion. Shouting's rah, rah, rah. Or a lower, you know, passive aggressive tone. If you know you're not that person, then don't take that type of crap from other people. Walk away from them. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm going to carry on with me Cece, and I feel like I've had a bit of a breakthrough there. Do you know what I mean? To think, no, I'm not fearing it. Yeah, I've got heightened awareness because of trauma, and do I think that'll ever go? No, not at 54, but I can work on what actually, and you know, makes it happen and what holds me back. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, remember that in life, things that have happened to me, and I'm not saying I've been totally blameless, but a lot of what happened has not been my fault. People have played on my good nature and used my mental health as a reason, you know, to treat me badly. Do you know what I mean? So I'm nervous today, but I'm excited because this time next week I won't have these anymore, will I? And it'll be a new chapter in my life. And as I say, I feel like I've come full circle. Woohoo! Do you know what I'm saying? I brushed my teeth this morning. No. It's normally the first thing I do. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you, that if you feel that you can't do anything through fear, ask yourself, what am I scared of? What am I actually scared of? Am I scared because I'm liking it to a past experience where someone's used this to put me down, because it's probably to do with their own insecurities, got nothing to do with you, or to do with the fact that, you know, they've had an experience where they've took on that mantra and they've not worked on it, do you know what I mean? And it's deflecting it back onto you. But just think to yourself, yeah, what am I actually scared of? With me with Cease, I'm like, well, you know, if I'm strict with her, will someone shout at me in the street like I've been shouted at times gone by? Well, if they did, I'd just walk away. And if someone was shouting at me in the street or putting me down in the street, people are more likely to look at that person than they are at me, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm going to carry on with Cease and we're going to get there. We're going to get there. And she'll be grateful for it. Here she is. Won't be scared, aren't you? And I'll be grateful for it and we'll have a really, really good walk, won't we? So, I'll be on after. I'm going to cook tea. Yeah, and then I will just go to the hospital today, get my pre-op out the way. And as I say, this time next week, it'll be over, won't it? I'll be in recovery. So there you go. So yeah, yesterday was a bit of a challenge, wasn't it? But look, I'm back today. And, you know, thanks to the lovely support of my long-time friend, Kirsten, you know, I've bounced back. You know, time gone by. It took me weeks. I'd have had a little bit of a breakdown, you know. So if you're someone that's struggling and you've had challenges with your life, look at your wins. Your little wins are your big, big wins, do you know what I mean? And keep going, and draw on the people who love you and want to see you nurture, do you know what I mean? And want to see you come on, and stay away from those that don't. All right, take care, guys, and just remember, love yourself and be kind to yourself. Give yourself a big hug if you need one. And always, always, thank you so much for listening. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.